Hey guys, it's Lolo back with another video, and it is a lot later than I promised. I did promise a Halloween video, so I apologize for that, because obviously that never came. But there's just been a lot going on in my life. Things are starting to slowly settle down, and which is why I'm, taking the time to record this, because I do need to explain some things. My head looks really weird right now. But I think I'm just gonna jump into it. Like, I'm not gonna give this huge intro or anything like that. And I am recording on my iPhone, so there's that. But so I'm gonna be talking about mental health. So that is a disclaimer, because there are going to be some triggers throughout this video, and I don't want anyone to get triggered, and I don't want anyone to be upset or I don't know, have any type of feelings from what I'm saying, because this is just my personal experience, and I really feel the need to talk about it, especially for those who actually stay and watch the video even after this disclaimer, because mental health is really important to talk about, and some people make it out to be so taboo, and it's really not. It's existing. It's it's up here, and just like anything else, it's important to talk about our health. So, okay. All that being said, I struggle with major depression. I've struggled with it since I was probably 12. At least that's when I started to really, really notice a big change in myself. And I started counseling, and I tried different medications, I want to say, when I was 13 or 14. But anyway, I've dealt with it for a really long time. So I know, typically I know how to handle it, and I know how to cope, and this and that, just because I have been dealing with it for so long. However, this past October, which is why I did not upload the video that I recorded for Halloween, this past October, things got really hard for me, and really it started in August. That's when my episodes started again, I guess, because I started to have really bad migraines, and they were stress induced, and then I started to have really bad panic attacks, and it wasn't like I was having one every other 2 weeks or anything like that. They were happening so frequently, and I didn't even know what to do. And I've had panic attacks before, but never to that extent, because I was seriously having them almost at least once a week, and that's safe to say. I had at least one panic attack a week for probably a month and a half, I want to say. And so things just got really bad. And so basically, I wasn't taking care of it. I wasn't seeking help like I was supposed to. I was at a point in my life where I couldn't even cope the way I normally do. When I have episodes, or when I've had episodes before, I knew how to cope better, and I don't know, I knew how to take care of myself, but I could not this time around, and it got so bad. And there's a lot of things that really led up to it, but I'm not going to blame anything on anyone, or say that it was one certain event, because it wasn't. It was just my depression. That's what I can blame it on, my depression. But so I started having really bad panic attacks. I started having my stress migraines, and I wasn't doing anything. My grades were slipping. I wasn't working, and I was so stressed out that I wasn't working and that my grades were slipping, but I couldn't even bring myself to do anything about it because I was so depressed. Like, I didn't want to do anything. I didn't even want to do things that I enjoy. Like, I didn't want to do my hobbies. I didn't want to do makeup. I didn't want to, like, be around kids, and those are things that I love. So I noticed all of this, but I still did not know how to take care of it, and I didn't seek help. So it ended very badly. Or not ended very badly, but the way that I handled it was very bad, because on October 16th, I tried to end my life. I had every intention of dying that night. Clearly I didn't, which is a blessing, but yeah, I tried to kill myself. And, I don't know. It's kind of hard to talk about because you don't know what to say. You can only say what you experience and what, went on, but I don't know. There's a lot to the story that I could go on about, and it would probably take up a really, really long time, so I'm just kind of like, I don't know, shorten it down a little bit, but yeah, so that night on October 16th, I went to the bathroom and, I texted some of my family and I texted my boyfriend that I love them, because that was kind of my way of saying goodbye. And I left my phone in my bedroom after I did that, and I went to the bathroom and I slit my wrist. And, like, it was so crazy because after I did it initially, like, I was fading in and out of consciousness, and, like, every time I would wake up, so to speak, I would cut deeper, and I would cut more, and, I would release more blood, and I was just praying, like, let this time be the last time that I have to cut deeper, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted it to be over with, and it was taking what I felt like was forever, and I still was breathing, and I didn't want that. So, but anyway, it's a good thing, though, because I'm here still. Because my aunt found me in the bedroom. She came home from work early that day, and specifically for me to come check on me. And she found me in the bathtub. She called the paramedics. I was rushed to the ER, and then I was sent to a psychiatric hospital after the ER. So, yeah, it was a crazy event. And it's easier for me to talk about, like, the things that happen on my end, like, from my perspective, because obviously I don't know what it was like for anyone else. I can't put myself in their shoes. So, yeah, it's a lot easier to talk about on my end. But the reason that my aunt came to check on me was because my mom had, like, this gut feeling that something wasn't right. And so, she called my aunt and she had her come over here, because I live with my aunt. I don't live with my mom, and my mom lives an hour away, so it's not like she could just drive over here and see if I was okay or anything. So after, I don't know, I'm, like, all over the place right now, but yeah, that's the hardest part for me to talk about, though, like, the way that I made other people feel, because I know, like, for my mom, it was probably one of the hardest days that she's ever had in her entire life, and, like, I don't want to open up any reopen any feelings for her of that night, because, I know that I hurt her a lot. And same with my dad. I have never really talked to him about how he felt, or my siblings. I talked to my boyfriend a little bit, and I know that I caused him a lot of pain, and I know that he was terrified, and, I know for a fact that my mom was terrified. She said, to me, she said that it was the longest drive that she's ever had to make, because she ended up driving out here to come see me, and she saw me in the hospital, and I have the greatest mom in the world. But anyway, that's aside from the fact of everything else. But I did want to make this video just because, I'm still here. Thank you to my mom, thanks to my aunt, thanks to God. Like, I am so grateful that I'm here, because I would have missed out on so much, so much in my life, that has been so wonderful to experience. So I'm glad I'm still here, and I'm glad I got to experience those things, and I'm still experiencing new wonderful memories, and I'm just glad I'm here. But I do want to make this video because I did want to talk a little bit about why I went missing for a little bit, and just to let everyone know that I'm human. I only put out on Instagram or Snapchat or YouTube things that I want y'all to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, I'm not going to record myself when I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm not going to Snapchat myself having a panic attack, and, so this is just a reminder that I am human, and y'all only see bits and pieces of my life. So understand that, I have my own personal issues, I guess, that I need to work on and deal with. And yeah, I definitely have some things to get through, and I've been doing a lot better. I really have, especially with the people in my life. Like, without the people that I have in my life, I definitely wouldn't be here. So, I am grateful for everything in my life. And this video is getting kind of long, and I was trying to avoid that. But, and I keep repeating myself, I'm sorry. But I did want to make this video because, I don't know, like, I feel like it's really important to share with others that they're not alone, because I know that there's so many people, probably even in my own circle of friends and family, that deal with the same things that I do, and we just don't talk about it enough. Like, we really need to talk about it. And so I know, like, I just want to put it out there that I am part of this community. I am part of this huge, vast community of people that have these issues and that go through the same things that I go through. And so I want to make my presence known in that community, and I want to let everyone know that, first of all, you're not alone, like I said, but also that I'm here for you. I definitely am. And I know that's something that people say, and it's harder to actually reach out to people when it comes down to it, because I had a very, very hard time of reaching out to anyone when I was going through what I was going through. But it's really important to know that there is someone there to listen and to experience things with you and to help you get through it, because it helps to have someone there with you by your side when you're fighting those things. And so I want to be that person for anyone that watches this video. And, if you would like to share this video, then go right ahead, because I want as many people as possible to see this video and to understand that, when you're going through mental health issues, I guess, that it's instrumental to your health to talk about it and to have a community and, just be surrounded by people who love you and people who understand you, or at least people who are trying to understand you. So, like I said, I want to be that person for anyone that watches this video. So I can be contacted through YouTube messages. I hardly get on YouTube, so that one might not be the best to reach me, but I have a Snapchat and I have an Instagram that I'll link below, and you can definitely message me on either of those platforms. If you want to get even closer than that, you know, with my phone number and everything, then we can talk about that. But yes, I did want to share this video to all of you know that I'm here and that I am working on bettering myself and being a happier me. And I'm getting closer every single day to being where I want to be, with my mental health and with my stress management. That's a big thing for me. So anyway, I'll link all that stuff down below. And I do want to make my next video a question, a question and answer video, a Q&A. Especially because I am posting this. So if you have any questions about my experience, because I know I didn't get super detailed about it, you can ask me about those. I'm going to be super open about it. If you have any questions about mental health or just anything. If you have any questions about me, yourself, the world, send them my way and I will try my best to answer them in my next video. So thank you guys for watching. I love you all so much, and yeah, it does get better. It really does. So alright, I'll see y'all later. Bye.